Okay, folks, it is officially game time. I do want to welcome each and every one of you all here tonight to a very special webinar that is titled Breaking Down the Walls to Success for Your Internet Marketing Business. And my name is James Ward. It's definitely my pleasure to have you here tonight. As you can see there, that's my picture, my quote of all time here. You can have everything in life that you want if you can just help enough people get what they want. That's by Zig Ziglar. And my objective here tonight is really just to educate you, to really give you some information that I think was ideal and taken me from just an average, probably a below average, honestly, a below average marketer to someone who started to earn millions of dollars online. And I got to tell you that just to give you a little bit about my background, because I know a lot of you on here tonight may know exactly who I am. Some of you out there, this may be the very first time that you've ever attended one of these calls. Maybe you saw the email, you're excited about it. And my objective here today is really just to educate you on how to take your business to a new level. And I have to be honest, I'm very similar to most of you on this call, most likely. I'm a very normal, everyday guy. I live in a small town here in Bentonville, Arkansas, which is small town USA for sure. Married with 2 kids, married to my family, or my high school sweetheart. And it wasn't, honestly, it wasn't that long ago that I was sitting on calls exactly like this, and I was trying with every single thing that you could imagine to try to find some type of success online. And I'm guessing that if you're here tonight, you might be one of those people. Maybe you're one of those people that have been struggling and struggling to just gain any type of traction at all with your online marketing business. And it's not because you don't want to do it, right? I definitely think that most of the people on this call, you want it. That's why you're taking time away from your family on a Thursday night to come and listen to me about how to help you take your business to a new level. And what I'm going to ask you to do right now is I'm going to ask you to clear all distractions that you have. If you have your Skype up, if you have your Facebook, your cell phone in your hand, whatever you have going on right now, if your kids are screaming in the background, hopefully they're already in bed. If you're on the West Coast or the Central Coast, but our Central Coast, Central Time, hopefully they've already hit the sack and you can pay attention to what is going on. And I really think that that's so important, because what I'm going to give you here tonight are things that truly, truly helped me get from a struggling marketer to someone who is actually having a huge amount of success online. And that's my objective, is to get you over that hump, because what you may not understand is that you could be one thought away. You could be one person away. You could be anything away from taking you of where you're at today to truly where you want to be. And on this call here today, we're going to talk about what I consider the 4 pillars to online success. And I believe that every single one of these pillars has the same amount of strength to hold you up when you're in this jungle called internet marketing. And I think every one of them is so important to your success. And if you skip one of them, you may as well skip them all. And the first one I'm going to talk about here tonight is one that most of you probably don't pay attention to. And I'm going to be really upfront with you. I was a stockbroker, a money manager, a financial advisor, whatever you want to call it. My job for a decade of my life was trying to make the rich richer. And that industry that I was in was a very egotistical industry. I mean, it's all about the pinstripe suits. It's all about money. It's all about what you can do and making the wealthier wealthy. And, I enjoyed it. I learned a lot about money. I learned a lot about business, the way that money flowed, the way that the market flows. And, it taught me a lot. And I don't regret a single day of that. But what I can tell you is it also messed with me mentally, because I had the mentality that, not that I knew everything, just that I wasn't going to get caught up in any type of fluff, any type of frou-frou stuff. And that is really, that is really the way I talked. If you would have heard me several years ago, and I got to be honest, I still have a little bit of that in me. There's still some stuff out there that I'm like, forget about it. I'm not going to be messing around with that. And, I think for each individual, you got to kind of find a style, a mentor, someone that you can turn to on a regular basis that can help you mentally. Because I can tell you, if I've learned anything in this industry at all, and I do mean anything, if you do not have the proper mindset, your chances of success are almost zero. And I think that that's the number one thing that people often forget, because most people come from a broke mentality, a mentality that money doesn't grow on trees. I know you've heard this, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. You got to work hard. All those things that you were taught growing up. Go to college, get a job, 40 hours a week, or yeah, 40 hours a week for 40 years, and then you're in retirement, you get Social Security, right? I mean, we've all heard that, and maybe if you get lucky, you get out there and you get some positions, you start earning some serious income, and the job owns you. And oftentimes, people come into this industry of network marketing or internet marketing looking for a way to step away from whatever that job is, right? That is your objective most of the time, is to earn some extra income for your family, or maybe even replace the income that you have in your current job to take your business to a new level. That's what you're here for. That is why you are in this industry. And almost 99% of people here are going to tell you that their objective is to walk away from whatever they're doing to sell their own products, their own services, whatever it is, to help their family get to the next level. And I have to tell you, when I was just getting started in this, I don't have one of those stories that I was homeless or anything like that. I actually had a really successful career. I was making over six figures as a financial advisor, and I was doing just fine, but there was something missing for me. There was some passion that just wasn't in that business. So as you can imagine, when I started marketing online, my wife immediately was like, what are you doing? You're not concentrating so much on your business. Now you're hooked into this internet marketing. You're trying to find a way to make extra income. What exactly are you doing? So you can imagine her surprise when I said that I am quitting my six-figure income job and I am going to market my business online full-time. Can you imagine for a second having that conversation with your wife when you come from a place of success? You see, I was over the hump. There's a hump as a financial advisor. I was already over that hump. I could have sat there for probably, as long as I wanted, earning six figures a year with not having to do much. But folks, that's not what I was looking for. I wanted something more. I wanted some time freedom. I wanted all those things that maybe you are looking for here today. And I'm guaranteeing you this: your thoughts and your words define you. Your circumstances do not define you. If you're one of these people here today that are constantly having a pity party, you're constantly saying, I'm fixing to do something, this, that, and the other, whatever it is that's holding you back, folks, you have to take the time to educate yourself, to get some great mindset training. There are so many great books out there. I'm going to just be upfront with you. I'm not a reader. I personally don't like to read. And I know that there's so many people out there that tell you that, the most successful people are readers. That may be true. I am not a reader. But what I do like to do is I love to listen. I love to listen to audiobooks, and that's exactly what I've been able to do to gain the education that I want. I got to tell you, before I ever even started internet marketing, before I even got into that situation where I was marketing online, I really started to look at several different things out there that were helping me with my mindset. I had some guys give me some tapes and things like that, believe it or not, from a company called Amway. Never joined that company, but I listened to some of the things that some of their leaders were talking about. I listened to some of that mindset training, and it kind of turned me on to different things. And then when I finally got into this industry, one of the very first people that I got introduced to was Jeffrey Combs. I'm sure some of you have maybe heard that. Jeffrey was a coach of mine. He was a great mentor of mine, and he's also someone that really influenced me to walk away from that job. He was a no-nonsense type of guy, and he really broke it down for you. There was no making excuses for him, and that's what I want to encourage each and every one of you all to do today. Some of you may not be able to go out there and afford a coach, and that's completely fine. You don't have to do that. You can go out there and spend $19.95 on your Apple's account and get a great, get a John Maxwell book, get Tony Robbins, get anything out there that you feel can help you become a leader that's going to be a positive influence in your life. There's so many great things out there that can help you, and I can assure you this: without the key component of a mindset, without the mindset that you can truly make this happen regardless of what your circumstances are, I'm telling you, you may as well quit today, because, folks, it is not going to change until you change the way that you think. I mean, that's the reality of this business. There's not that many secrets out there, and that's what's kind of funny to me. I mean, if you look at sports, for example, if you look at basketball or you look at soccer or any sports out there, most of the sports out there have a few common things that you have to do decent to be a great player. Now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, right? You don't have to be exceptional, but if you can just learn the basics, you can become a pretty good basketball player or a pretty good soccer player. And it's the same thing in internet marketing. The problem is people tend to not even give themselves that opportunity because they're so hungry for that success. They're so hungry, maybe should I say, for the money, not the success, that sometimes they forget what it takes to get them there. And one of the most important things, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be the way that you think. And, you know, I have to tell you this. I mean, you are going to have to get through some crap, right? You have to get through some crap sometimes to get to what you want. I mean, if you're out there, if you've ever planted a garden, if you've ever worked in a garden, my grandpa used to have a garden. I would help him out, and we'd go out there and we'd have to plow. And, you know, I live in Arkansas. It's very rocky. It's not like we have this moist soil that's very easy. So it was always a pain, right? I mean, it was a pain in the butt to get out there and do this stuff. And, you know, folks, sometimes what you have to do is you have to dig through the crap, right? You have to dig through the crap. You have to get that stuff planted, and then you have to put more crap on top of it for that vegetable or that fruit to grow. Now, if any of you have never dealt with that, I mean, you're probably thinking I'm crazy right now, but for anyone who's ever dealt with that, you know what I'm talking about. You're talking about that compost that you have to put on it, right? It's actually, for lack of a better word, it is complete crap. It's manure, it's everything else. And out of that comes an awesome plant or an awesome fruit or an awesome vegetable that you actually put in your mouth, right? So what I'm telling you is that some of the stuff that you're dealing with right now, some of these circumstances, and that's all they are, some of these circumstances that you're dealing with right now that lead you down the path of thinking that you can't do it or making an excuse why you're not doing it, you have to let those go immediately. This should be your breakout year, and the very first thing that you have to do is work on that mindset. So that's going to be the first part that you've got to get going in order to have the success that you want. And one more thing I'm going to tell you on mindset, okay? When I very first got into this business, I was constantly looking at what everybody else was doing. What are the gurus doing, right? I had a couple guys out there. You would know their names if I said them, but I'm not going to give them any publicity tonight. But there were a couple guys out there that I really, really followed. I'm talking like pretty much anything they did, I had my eye on them. And you know, back then when I very first started, Facebook wasn't prevalent. So the social media aspect of it wasn't even necessarily there, but I was able to see kind of what they were doing from a marketing stance. I attended every single call that they ever spoke on. I listened to every single thing that they did, and I had my finger on the pulse of what they were doing. And, you know, I got introduced to a gentleman that helped me with some Google AdWords. As you guys, if you've been around for any time, you have to know that back in the, you know, mid-2000s, the Google was the place to be. I mean, you literally, if you had any money to market on Google, you could have some success. If you had a pulse, you could have some decent success. And that was just my opinion. And, you know, I talked to this guy, and the guy tells me, he's like, look, James, and I'm not going to use the words he used because he had a little bit of a foul mouth, but he basically said, look, when you stop worrying about what all these guys are doing and you start worrying about what you are doing, what is James doing, you have every single tool that you need to be successful. And I have to tell you guys, from that day, I mean, it was 1 a.m. in the morning when this guy told me that. I did not sleep that night because I couldn't help but think about what a powerful message. And this guy was not some type of mindset expert. He was a Google AdWords guy, right? He helped me with Google, and I had to stay up that late to talk to him because he was too busy working with the big guys during the day to talk to me. He told me if I would stay up past midnight, he would have a conversation with me. I talked to that guy multiple times a week, and that is what he told me, and it pushed me over the edge. So that really kind of leads into my next thing, which is the marketing, right? I mean, a lot of people out there today, and I'm sure that you're one of them if you're on this call, you believe that traffic is the hardest thing to get. I mean, how many traffic programs have you seen come out just this year? I mean, there's been some huge ones that's been announced, and there's no doubt, folks, I mean, there's no doubt that you need to learn how to drive traffic to your website. But not just traffic, because honestly, traffic is pretty easy to get. You can spend a little bit of money and get a lot of traffic, but the question becomes, is it the right type of traffic? Is it the traffic that's going to convert into sales? Because, see, it's not the amount of hits that you get, it's the amount of sales that you make that's going to be the difference between you being where you're at today in your job and being successful in the next month or two. That is the difference. The conversion is the difference. It's not the traffic, it's the conversion of the traffic. So what I want to encourage you to do here tonight, especially if you're brand new, or maybe you're a veteran out there that's just a little bit lost right now. You can't seem to find your way through all the changes that have taken place. I would encourage you right now to kind of get back to the basics. Concentrate on one or two forms of marketing. I got to tell you, if I was in the game of just strictly running an online business for myself, right? I'm not talking about, obviously, y'all know I own iBiz Way, and I'm a co-founder of that. But if I was out there as a distributor or an affiliate marketer, what I would be concentrating on are one or two forms of advertising. I got to tell you, I mean, from my perspective right now, I think Facebook is a great option because it's so in-depth in that you can hit so many different segments of the market. And honestly, it doesn't matter what product you're selling. You can get so defined on the way that you market your business. I think that is a fantastic way to do it. And there's some amazing courses out there that you can actually purchase and take. So Facebook would definitely be one for me. I know that solo ads, a lot of people are talking about solo ads and things like that. I got to tell you, I did have some success with solo ads when I was very new into this business. The problem with solo ads that I tended to have, though, is I got like literally 1,800 leads in one day one time. I spent $300 on a solo ad. I got 1,800 leads in a day. Now, your objective on every single day is to have more leads than you have time, so you don't become connected with them, right? You don't get attached to them because people can hear that in your voice. If you ever talk to a lead and they're one of the 5 leads that you had for that day, they can hear that in your voice. What you need to get to is the point that you could care less if they say yes or no, because you don't have time, because you know someone is about to say yes. So you're in or you're out. And I know the game has changed. I know a lot of people don't like to pick up the phone, and that's one of the challenging things that you have. And you can build a website to completely convert for you, and that is awesome. And I believe we have some with iBiz Way. We're not going to get into that, but we definitely have the ability to do that now. But what I wanted to tell you is this. If I was you, I would concentrate on a couple different ways of marketing. Don't spread yourself so thin that you're out there buying every single new course that comes out that the next guru talks about that they want to sell you. You see, folks, the overwhelming amount of information out there, the ability for you to have access to that information, all the new shiny pennies that come in front of you every single day. Think about it, okay? Think about that for a second. How overwhelming is that for you? And the question would be, if all this information is out there, with so many things that are going on are out there, why are you not having success? What is the reason why, if all that information is right in front of you, why are you not having the success that you're supposed to have? And if you really take a look around, and I got to tell you, this might make some people mad, and I don't really care, honestly. I mean, I'm going to just tell you like it is. I mean, if you really pay attention to what the leaders are doing out there, what are they doing? Well, number one, they're creating a very high converting landing page, right? We've all talked about that, and I know you all know that we offer this through iBiz Way, but I'm not here to pitch you a product tonight. I'm here to help you out. But what do they all do? They all have something that is a very high converting page that leads someone to an introductory offer so they can get their credit card out and they pay them. They earn that trust, right? If I'm out there marketing to you and I am a guru here, you come through my landing page, I sell you something that, let's say it's $10 or maybe it's $15 or maybe $27. You took your credit card out and you paid that. You are now a customer. We now have an online relationship. And there's now a little bit of a form of trust. Now, you're still trying to check things out, right? You're still trying to see what's going on. But as you know, you have given me that credit card information, which now you become a member of whatever I have. You're on my list, and all of a sudden, you have become a way for me to pay for my advertising because I'm going to get to keep that high commission. Now, some cases, people are earning up to 100% commission. That is obviously awesome. Some's a little bit less. But you have to put yourself in a position, and I'm telling you, every single leader out there does it, in a position to earn an extremely high commission on the front end. Number two, you got to have some type of residual, right? Something from a continuity standpoint. Let me ask you this. How many gurus or how many of the top leaders out there do you see creating their own membership sites? Now, They are giving you access to them, right? They're giving you access to their information. They're giving you access to how they did it. Maybe they're giving you access to a way to help you build your business. But folks, there's a reason why they are creating these continuity programs, this residual income, because they know it takes it all for them to be successful. Now, also, you're going to see the opportunity for most of them to sell a product where they can earn that initial commission that pays them at least $500, sometimes $1,000, sometimes even up to $3,500. There's commissions out there like that, and a lot of these people are using that. So it's great to have these products out there. Now, I want you to think about what I'm saying here tonight. I own an internet marketing company. I own an affiliate program, and we don't offer a $500 product at this time or a $1,000 product at this time. You guys know what our prices are. They start at $9.95. We pay up to 100% commission. You can earn that residual commission as well. So, what I'm trying to do here is I'm really trying to break it down for you where you can have the knowledge to go out there today and say, look, I may not be at the level that I could create my own membership, but what could I be participating in today that could pay me some huge upfront commissions, that could give me that residual income and allow me to go out there and then start selling some of this stuff on the back end to the people that are coming through my system. That is your objective. And whatever your main business is, right? Whatever you are truly working, if you are a network marketer or whatever, if you have your own product, what exactly are you selling on the back end? That is your ultimate goal. So for every single person that comes through a success formula, exactly like you're looking right now, the objective, the end goal is to not only have them become a customer and to help you pay for your marketing, but the second thing is this, is to help you promote your primary product or your primary business. And it is literally that simple. If you look out on the internet today, you see the same exact formula that I'm showing you right here over and over and over again. But as you know, and our whole goal here at iBizWave is to help eliminate the cost, to help you get to the point where, hey, you can earn that huge upfront commission. You can earn that annuitized commission. And in addition to that, obviously, we're going to be creating some other products to help you on the larger ticket products as well. And that'll come down the road. But this is one of the formulas that it doesn't matter if you're working with iBizWave or not. You have to have a system like this in place. We just happen to have one that starts at $9.95. And that's the deal when it comes to your marketing. Now, the next phase of your success, we've talked about the mindset, we've talked about the marketing, is going to be monetization. Now, everybody on here, if you've been in this business for any time, you know that the turnover rate in this industry it's awful. I mean, like it's 99% of people never make a dime in this industry. Why is that? Why is it that only 1% of people are having success if all the information is out there, if all the answers are out there? Why are so many people struggling? And I think it comes back to not having a balance of the mindset, the marketing, that you overcomplicate it. You're buying every single thing underneath the sun, and you can never concentrate on one single thing. And also the monetization. My belief is if you can get in some type of commission, earn any type of commission in your first 7 days, your success ability grows enormously. Okay, you're going to be in that 1%. If you see the ability for that commission to hit your bank account or to hit your e-wallet or to hit your pay card or whatever it is, however you get paid for whatever you're doing, if you can see that in your first 7 days, and obviously that takes you getting out there, marketing your business. And I'm going to be very upfront with you, and I know that a lot of people talk about free marketing, okay? There's free marketing you can do social media marketing, you can do all that. I'm going to tell you the quickest way to have success in this industry is to pay for marketing. And sometimes if you don't have the ability or the time to teach yourself, it's better to pay others. And that's just the honest truth. When I first got into this business, I paid someone to do my Google advertising for me. When I started my very first company, I was literally spending $10,000 a month in marketing, right? $10,000 a month in marketing. And I'd already had success online, so it's not like I was just, taking that money out of my pocket. Most people don't have that type of money, but I was able to get out there and market it. And when I very first started here, I was spending like $10 a day or $20 a day, something like that, just to drive a little bit of traffic. I would save up some money. I would buy a solo ad to gain some momentum. And that may be the way that you have to start in order to get some momentum. Now, you might be saying, well, James, I spent my last $50 just to buy this product or to buy this thing that I'm an affiliate of, and now I'm just trying to make some money. Folks, let me tell you something. If you want something bad enough, you're going to find a way to do it. That is the reality. So I don't ever buy that money excuse from anybody. If you want something bad enough, you always find a way to do it. Find a way to do it. Stop making excuses and find the way to do it. Because see, what happens is the money that you can earn in this monetization stage, it solves a lot of the issues that you deal with, right? It solves some of those issues that maybe your spouse or your friends or the people that are giving you a hard time about the business that you're working are giving you. Look, I earned a check. Shut your mouth, right? I mean, wouldn't that be awesome to say in your first 7 days when someone tells you how stupid you are for buying that product or how stupid you are for thinking that you can own your own business or market your own product? Bam, my first 7 days I earned a commission. Mentally for you, it is going to take you to a level that you just can't imagine. Now, also your goal in that first 30 days should be to make back whatever your initial investment was inside whatever business, whatever product, whatever service you have. So, if you're in a network marketing company that you spend a couple $100 or $400 to get started with, or your monthly auto ship is X amount, your goal should be able to get in profit within your first 30 days. Now, what that's going to take is it's going to take some discipline. It's going to take you getting off of work, going directly home, going to your office and working this like a business, not like a hobby. It's going to take you sacrificing some of the time away from your friends, away from your family, away from some of the hobbies that you want to do. Folks, when I first started this business, you could ask my wife if she was on here. I got home every single day at 5:30. Went immediately in my office. I did not leave my office except for dinner. I came out, hung out with the kids, ate dinner. I was back in here every single night until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Every single night, no questions asked, because I wanted success in this industry so bad. I believed that I could do it so much that would not take no for an answer. And let me tell you something. I heard no more than you could even imagine. I had so many failures when I first started in this. It sucked. I mean, it was a challenge every single day. And, you oftentimes hear these people giving these doom and gloom stories. I was homeless. I was dead broke. This and that and the other. Well, I want you to think about it from a perspective. What if you were successful? What if you had a 6-figure income job and you were trying to make this and you were having the failures? You got to ask yourself, which would be harder? Wouldn't it be a lot easier for me just to quit because I already had this income over here? Folks, I wanted this so bad, and you have to find that within yourself. And what I know for a fact is that if you can get into the monetization stage within the first 7 days of you getting into any type of business that you're in, if you can just see a little glimmer of hope, any commission at all, I don't care if it's $1, that is huge for your mental capacity. And every single new person that you introduce to this industry, you should be working your butt off to help them in the first 7 days to do the exact same, because you should be on a mission, just like I'm on a mission here, to change that 99% of people that fail in this industry. It's unacceptable. You shouldn't accept it. I don't accept it. We're on a mission to change it here at iBiz Wave, and I know that you can do it as well. The last thing I want to tell you on this monetization thing is I want you to take a look around, okay? And when I say take a look around this industry. Look at your company. Look around and surround yourself with people that are more successful with you. Now, that is not something new that you've heard, right? I know you've heard that before. I didn't come up with that. That'd be awesome if I did, but I didn't come up with that. That is something that has been said for a long time. If you want to be more successful, surround yourself with others who are more successful with you. Folks, I don't care what level you get to in your business, there is always someone who has more success or more knowledge in a specific area than you do. All you have to do is surround yourself with Facebook, with Twitter, with all the different things that we have from a social media aspect, with Skype, with Google Hangouts, all these things. There is no reason, and I do mean zero reason, why you can't get out there and connect with a top leader in your company or your sponsor or whoever it is. You should be out there every single day connecting with them. Now, did I say worrying about every single thing that they're doing, buying every single thing that they're selling? No, I did not. Remember, you have to worry about yourself, right? Because that is the most important thing. But see what they're doing, study what they're doing, understand what they're doing, and most importantly, let some of that mindset that they have rub off on you, because most likely they're in a good place mentally. And, that leads me kind of like to my next point, which is the big mo, right? Which is momentum, the big mo. I'm sure some of you have heard of that. And I want you to think about this for a second, because it oftentimes it kind of cracks me up a little bit. I mean, I think it's awesome what this industry does, which is so cool, is that you can literally become a superstar, a rock star, and you can become whatever you want literally with the snap of a finger. I'm talking overnight. You can go from dead broke to being able to create an amazing income for you and your family. Like I said, you might be one idea away. You might be one person away. As Tony Robbins says, you might be a millimeter away, right? When someone, he used the analogy when someone hits the golf ball, and if they're slicing the ball, they're literally 1 millimeter away from hitting that right and hitting it straight. The same thing goes with your business. I want you to think about this. How many times have you seen someone on Facebook? I've got several examples in my head. Again, I'm not going to name any names, but just in the last year, I've seen a lot of new people come onto the scene in specific companies that have struggled, right? They struggled. I just ran across one today. I met a guy in 2009. He has started a social media company, and this guy, I'm telling you, he was dead broke, and I mean dead broke. He was on his last dime, his last dollar, and I met him at an event, and he was not happy. I just learned today he started a new social media company, a 7-figure business, and I'm talking overnight. So I want you to think about that. How many people have you seen just this year go from someone who's average to now all of a sudden they're posting stuff on Facebook and Twitter like they are rock stars? Like, if you don't follow them, you're the stupidest person on earth. They got the greatest opportunity. They got the greatest training. And all of a sudden, these ideas start, right? These ideas start to flow. Things start to work for them. Maybe they become an author. Maybe they create a product. It doesn't matter what they touch, what business they touch. People are following them. They're excited to be part of what they got going. They've got 5,000 friends on Facebook. Everybody's commenting on what they have going. And just 6 months ago, they were dead broke, just like most of the people in this industry, trying to find a crumb, trying to find a way. The difference between them and you today, if you're struggling, is they did not quit. They knew for a fact that this was going to work for them. Undoubtedly, they knew in their mind that it was going to work for them, because, see, folks, when you get momentum, everything else starts to work for you. An object set into motion tends to stay in motion, right? And that happens so often in this industry. There's a new superstar born every single day in this industry. The question becomes, why is it not you? You see, if you will sweat in times of peace, you will bleed less in the times of war. I wish I could have made that quote up. Is that not an awesome quote? The more you sweat in the times of peace, the less you bleed in the times of war. You might be saying, well, James, what the heck does that have to do with internet marketing? Folks, right now, in your time of peace, you should be working your butt off every single day to achieve whatever goal it is. So when that war comes, right, if you get to a place where you are having that success and that war comes, you're going to bleed less. And I can tell you, it doesn't matter. Anybody who's ever been to the top, got knocked to the bottom, they believe that quote, and they understand you have to have some substance in your life outside of money. You have to have some substance inside your mind outside of what's going on as well. Now, this last slide I'm going to show you here today is you, folks. I mean, it all literally boils down to you. I want you to think about this call tonight, okay? Think about what I've talked about a lot here, and a lot of it's been the way that you think, the mindset that you have. Obviously, we talked about marketing. We talked about the momentum that you can have, the monetization. But do you understand that it really doesn't matter what company you're in? It doesn't. It doesn't matter what product you own. And there's so many people, again, this is funny thing about this industry is people, I oftentimes see this quote out here, I finally found my home. How many times have you seen that? I finally found my home. It's my 72nd company, right? In the last year, I've been in 72 different companies, and thank God I've finally found my home. How many times have you seen that? I mean, come on, people. The bottom line is this. It doesn't matter what your products are. It doesn't matter what your compensation plan is. And it really doesn't even matter if you're in network marketing, internet marketing, affiliate marketing. It doesn't matter what you're in, period. You could just be in traditional business. Folks, it all boils down to one thing, and it is you. You can have the best products. You can have the highest converting page. You can have every bit of knowledge that you need to drive traffic to your website. None of it matters. What matters is you, what you are willing to do for you and your family. And I so oftentimes hear people say, James, I would do literally anything to have success with my company. I would do anything to have success for my family. And I got to tell you, when the going gets tough, most of the time, that's simply not the case. Your actions should speak louder than your words. If you really want it, go out there and take it. Don't take no for an answer. Next. Okay, knows the answer. Next. It doesn't matter, folks. I mean, this literally is all up to you, okay? You have the knowledge in front of you. This is the information age. You have every bit of piece of information that you need to be successful. The only difference in you being successful and not being successful is a decision, and you need to make that decision today, right? You need to make the decision that today is your day. 2014 is your year, and you're going to take control of your business. You're going to bust down those walls starting today. You're going to be so hyped up after you get off this call, you're not going to be able to sleep because you heard something tonight that is a golden nugget for you that's going to help you mentally make that shift that without a shadow of a doubt. I'm talking with every fiber of your being. There's no question in your mind. 100%, you're going to kick butt, you're going to take names, and you're going to knock it out of the park with whatever business, whatever product, whatever you got going. This is your time, folks. It's your time to do it. I could sit here tonight. I could give you some great marketing tips. I could tell you what I would do specifically. I could tell you specific places to go. None of that would matter unless you made a decision in your mind to truly make this happen. I think oftentimes people are looking for the wrong things, right? They're looking for that next shiny penny. They're looking for the easy way out. Folks, there's no easy way out. The only way out is for you to make a decision to do it. And that is up to you. It's not up to your spouse. It's not up to your boss. It's not up to your sponsor. It's not up to your mentor. It's not up to anybody except for you. This is your year. This is your day. You need to get out there and make it happen. I want to tell everybody thank you so much for taking the time to come out here tonight. These are my favorite type of calls. There's no doubt about it. I'm not trying to, tell you about some product or some service. You guys know what we offer here at iBiz Wave. I mean, we have an amazing product that starts at $9.95. It's an awesome affiliate program that pays 100%, up to 100% commissions. It's the easiest sell on the internet. And the great thing is, I don't even have to shove it down your throat tonight because it is that simple. If you want to be part of iBiz Wave, if you want to generate some leads for yourself to help you with your primary business, then you know about iBiz Wave. Get in there and do it. I don't have to tell you about it. What I wanted to tell you here tonight is regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what you're trying to do, today is your day to make it happen. Make sure you concentrate on those 4 pillars of your business: mindset, marketing, monetization, and the big Mo, which is momentum. If you can do that, if you can make a commitment to those on a daily basis, there's no doubt in my mind that you will have the success that you are looking for. So again, I want to tell each and every one of you all, thank you so much for taking the time to come out to this call. This was my my very first Google Hangout, actually. I know you didn't get to see my face. I didn't put on a camera. But I appreciate everybody taking the time to come out. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing hopefully some success stories. I hope to get an email or a call from one of you guys someday and say, look, James, I was on that call. You really opened up my eyes to what's going on, and I'm kicking butt right now in my business. I hope to hear that. So thank you so much for your time. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, and I will see you at the top. Bye-bye.